Hey, you guys. Just wanted to say thank you for your follows and all the comments. I saw the Batman too many times this past week. But anyway, this is Joey Graham just putting the finishing touches on this latest episode of the podcast. And I just wanted to let you know that Las Vegas Bloodbath is a vile, vile film. We are really high on it because it is cartoonish in our opinion. Opinions may vary. You might find pulling a fetus out of a woman's body to be very offensive. I wouldn't, disagree with you. Drilling holes in women's head. Just a lot of violence towards women in general, which we do not condone by any means. But this movie has it in droves. It's very dumb, very trashy, very good. But also, just letting you know, it's offensive, so trigger warning, as they say. Okay. If you're still in, if this kind of shit turns you on in a non-sexual way, have fun with this one.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
All right, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
I'm okay. Just been thinking about a lot how the world is ending in 20, 30 years or whatever. It's cool, though.
I mean, that's plenty of time for us to get the bag and get out. Justin Petty, how are you, JP? You always take a sip right when I ask that question.
I got an itchy butt.
Okay.
That's not y'all's fault. It's my fault.
It's that popcorn's fault. Or whatever
True.
the fuck you're eating.
You should. Do you have a bidet?
No.
Or baby wipes.
You should get a bidet. It will solve your itchy butt, I promise.
Will it make my bidet?
Apocalypse Howl is out on assignment this week, but joining us again, friend of the show, Rose 7, host of Bowl Cuts. Love this dude, JD Karpicki. Glad to have you back.
Glad to be
JD.
back, guys, especially for such an occasion as this movie being made. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Every time you introduce JD, I just always think you're going to say JD the Carpathian.
Yeah, you can call me that.
The Carpathian. What's his first part of his name?
Vigo.
Vigo, fuck you.
You asked me and then said fuck you.
Well, I just wanted to say fuck you, yeah. For those of you not in the know, I fucking hate Ghostbusters 2. Mostly because Vigo fucking scared me as a kid, and I'm scarred for life. Anyway.
See, that's
goddamn.
a piece of information I didn't know. I knew that you hated
never
Ghostbusters
shared that with
2.
us.
I knew that Justin and I loved Ghostbusters 2, but I never knew that it was because you were afraid of Ghostbusters 2.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like when it's not necessarily like Vigo himself, but it's also wrapped up in that movie scaring me a lot when I was a kid because I begged my dad to take me to go because I'd seen the first one, or at least like sort of knew what it was. I don't know if I had really. I think I had seen it, but the first one's not really that scary. But the second one has some pretty scary parts for like a little kid. I was probably like 6,
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I think it was. I had to leave the theater. That's why it was like too much for me. Because was it like there's a little baby on like the edge of a building, and then like a ghost that's sent by the Carpathian, I guess, comes and steals that baby off it, and I was just
Oh,
like,
wow.
I can't
That's
do
a
this
common
anymore.
misconception. Vigo didn't actually kidnap the baby.
Yeah,
the baby
he
went
ends
out
up-
there. No, the baby went out there on his own and
It
decided.
was Baby's
to go.
Day Out. Remember? Was that the movie you were watching?
Are you
Baby
trying to say
show.
that wasn't a kidnapping?
Joe
The baby?
Montana.
Okay.
The baby made a
I said Joe
conscious
Montana.
choice.
Okay. Anyway, we can move past fucking Ghostbusters 2.
No, I had that same experience. I begged my dad to take me to see Mars Attacks, and I promised him I would not get scared.
Oh my
and it
god!
scared the shit out of me.
Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
What's even scary in that?
Is it the
movie?
skin burning and all that?
It was just I
I mean,
know,
it's
man.
weird, I guess.
It
but
was
it's so
something about
cheesy.
aliens in general that scared the shit out of me when I was really little. Not really little. Like I guess I wasn't that little when Mars Attacks came out, but
Sure.
It wasn't Jack
Aliens,
Nicholson
you're
playing
like-
two characters.
You're like 15.
Daddy, please take me.
yeah. Yeah.
Can we talk about Pee Wee, Nick Cage, Big Suit Murderer again, man?
Conan
So
O'Brien.
this week, it seems like we save all the really good trash movies for when JD's on the show, because this
Oh,
week we
man.
watched Las Vegas Bloodbath,
Hell yeah.
1989. Written, directed, produced by David Schwartz, starring Ari Levin. This movie is a fever dream of murder porn, and
It's a shot on video nasty.
And
Yeah.
porn too.
Yeah.
porn. It's
It basically has some porn suggestions.
yeah,
Adjacent. Yeah.
It's porn adjacent. Yes.
it's a fucking great thing. I'm so glad this thing exists.
Yeah, I was really happy that we watched it. I've been meaning to kind of get into these like shot on video horror movies, but I know we try to steer clear of too many horror movies because it's a quick sinkhole into just watching fucking, tons of. There's so many bad horror movies. It's like you could watch trash horror movies all day.
This
But
didn't feel
this
like
one-
a horror movie.
Yeah. I didn't.
Well,
It was
it's-
more like falling
yeah,
down, but
it has
really
gags.
Yeah, I definitely thought about falling down a lot.
It has
I love
gore
his
gags,
energy.
I guess
Yeah.
is the thing. So it kind of falls into a horror thing. I mean, it's
Well,
a
that's
bad
the
about
thing. Because like Scanner Cop was gross in parts, like very Cronenberg with the pimple babies and stuff. But like it kind of had a big gap in the middle, and then at the end it really delivered. But this like kept going. I felt
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
and
this
it
is,
crept up on you. Like, well, I won't give it away, but like some of the stuff that they come up with, I'm like, oh, you're gonna do. Oh, okay, you got that's okay, okay.
Yeah,
Like it just sneaks up on you.
It's
So-
78 minutes running time, at least technically, and on the first version that I found, which is one of these fucking pirate sites that have like so many porn and pop-up ads that it crashed within about 10 or 15 minutes of us starting it. And then I had the other YouTube version queued up, which is listed at like 67 minutes or so. So it has 10 minutes possibly cut out that we maybe missed.
That makes sense.
So there might be like a even more fucked up version of this movie.
I think it's just 5-minute scenes of him putting his shirt back on and taking it back off.
It wouldn't be
It's just
terribly
not-
surprising.
And like slinking around a garden.
Yeah.
God.
That was my favorite part.
I kind of just want to watch it again and talk about it, right?
I do too.
I could
So-
watch him running around the yard all day.
The
Yeah.
basic premise of Las Vegas Bloodbath. This
You got this
guy,
one.
Yeah, this guy who looks a lot like Kevin Nealon mixed with Nick Cage, mixed with Conan O'Brien, mixed with Pee Wee Herman.
Yep.
One day,
Mixed with Big Bird.
mixed with Big Bird, he like comes home to his wife, I guess, like cheating on him with some cop-looking dude.
Yeah, he's made a very successful business deal in Sacramento. And
There
then
you go.
goes to celebrate it, I guess, in Vegas. Oh, he lives in Vegas
He lives
Does he
in
live
Vegas.
in Vegas or
Yeah.
does he? Okay.
with his wife, Ruth.
Oh, so he's
was
cheating
not a
too.
Ruth.
Wow.
He walks in on Ruth and her boy. He kills
Oh.
him, kills her, cuts off her head, and then
Mm-hmm.
just kind of goes crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was because
Yeah.
he walked in and that guy was railing her and with, I guess he didn't see the mankini that he had on. But if he did, that would, I mean, maybe it was on the floor and he saw it. That infuriated him even more. I kind of get it.
Yeah. Well, he had a mankini later on too.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
he couldn't pull it. He couldn't pull it off like
No,
this
he
first
can't,
guy.
He
could.
can't pull off like
he
that.
knew
This
that
guy,
he was never going to be able to pull it off like this guy could.
That cop / security guard had the body of a mail-in stripper.
Yeah,
He was a hot cop for sure.
He's a little. He's like that sandy blonde. He's like, and he pops top and he drops trout, and he's like, oh, that's kind of a bit of a Brad Pitt type.
It's if you're wondering what he looks like,
shitty.
it's like Thomas Lennon from Reno 911. But
yeah, but
hell
like
yeah.
hot.
more
like
Miami
hot.
specific.
Yeah. Yeah, like he pops top, he drops trow, and you're just like, oh, that's the new standard. Like that's it.
It is the new standard. The mustache, the mullet,
Yeah,
the pecs. That's
It's
the
a
new
real
standard.
good, like, subtle mullet too.
It is
Like
a
a
good
like a
mullet.
military mullet.
But this guy
anyway.
he looked different from every angle. Like he looked like Javier Bardem, and then he looked like Danny Tanner, and then he
Yeah.
looked like Nick Cage when he's really angry.
Going
Like,
back to our murderer, yes, this guy
Yeah.
looked like
Oh.
everyone.
Yeah.
the man with a million faces.
Oh, sorry. Were we still talking about Hot Cop?
We're still
Yeah,
talking about Hot Cop.
We got to move
Oh,
on
man,
from
I'm
Hot Cop,
sorry.
though. He did have
I
a
could talk about
tattoo,
Hot
though.
Cop all night.
Yeah.
Did he have
But-
the dolphin tattoo, or is that
Sorry,
some
guys.
guy
That was-
later?
that was-
This is
that was Hot Cop 2.
1.
Oh, that's gay
Hot
cop.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
like-
thing.
Hot
See,
gay
I missed,
cop.
I missed
gay
Hot Cop 1.
He's different. He's different.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. Yeah.
There's Hot Cop
Freddie
1.
Mercury
Cut that.
cop.
Yeah, there's Hot Cop 1 who's railing Kevin Nealon's wife and leads to the murder, the double homicide of Kevin Nealon's wife and Hot Cop 1.
There's no way this chick is married to this fucking loser.
Why not?
Oh, this is Nick Cage, dude. I didn't realize that.
He's tall. I thought he was gonna kill himself for a second. Wow.
That car is
I
red.
love that cat.
Kevin Nealon cuts off his wife's head. And then basically, like Justin said, kind of a falling down scenario. He just kind of goes around town and just murders women and men, but he murders people with his wife's severed head with him, like to bear witness to his insanity. And it very quickly devolves into just a sequence of increasingly grotesque and creative murders.
It starts off red hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's impulsive at the beginning, but then he gets serious and like gets the rope and does
He
things
fills
the right way.
fills his pockets with rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I don't know if maybe that was what was cut out, but I don't know what with all we saw. I don't know what the fuck they even cut out. It must have been fucking. But anyway,
Probably.
they don't really show him cutting his wife's head off, right? They don't.
No.
Not that I.
They skip
It
that.
It actually cuts away before he even shoots him. It like cuts to black as he's
Right. He
aiming
doesn't.
the
You
gun
don't
at him.
see the initial murder. It just pops too, which I think this is a great choice, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, maybe he murdered them, but then it's just quickly he's in a car and he's in Vegas and he's driving around in the middle of the day. It doesn't look like Vegas. It looks cheaped out a little bit, but it's like maybe this is like somebody who actually lives in Vegas and they wanted to show like the mean streets of Vegas.
Yeah.
I think. But he finds a daytime whore who he berates
Yeah.
kind of endlessly after picking her up. He's like, whatever, you're a daytime whore. Like,
What was his problem?
I don't know, maybe he didn't like daytime whores.
and then he takes her to like, I don't know, the back side of like a shitty shopping center or something where there's
Yeah, he like
a-
takes her behind to Cece's Pizza.
Yeah, basically going to see she's fucking pizza. And
He's
ties
not
her
even
to, like,
aggressive with her either. Like she just very casually sits down and he's like, okay,
Right,
now,
oh, yeah, he,
now
like,
put your
puts-
arm on this pipe. And
That's kind
she's
of a
like,
theme
"Oh, okay.
throughout the movie.
He puts down like a shirt or cloth for her, and he's like, lay here, and then he ties her to like one of those like power meters kind of
Don't
thing.
move. Don't move. His whole thing.
Yeah,
is
and then he's and then this is the big reveal is he pulls out his wife's fucking head and you immediately recognize it because it has the big poofy mullet kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
the Immortan Joe haircut.
and you're like, hey, what? Hey,
Yeah, Ruth's hair was something.
hey, what's that? And you very quickly realize, is that his fucking wife's head?
because it's
And then
mostly
he's-
identifiable by the hair. Like it's
Right,
not
yeah.
like it's a perfect mold. It's like, oh, I think that's her.
And he sets it up right by this prostitute's poor fucking head while she's tied up to this power meter behind the
Yeah.
CC's Pizza. and then he stabs her in like the under the jaw, like in the soft spot of the jaw under the jawbone into her mouth. It's a really cool stab. And then she's freaking out, obviously. And then
Kinda.
he grabs the head.
Well, he first, after he stabs her, he like takes blood from her chin
Oh, yes.
and eats, like drinks it
This
or
is when
whatever.
we
Yeah.
established that he enjoys drinking blood for whatever fucking
he has
reason.
a
He's lost
lust
his
for
mind.
blood.
He likes it.
Yeah. And then the kicker, this is a pretty creative kill already. I think maybe he stabs her or something. I can't remember. But
I think it was just that one.
he just ties her leg up to the his
Oh shit! I forgot.
fender
To the
of his
bumper of his
car, and then just drives away and rips her fucking leg off or whatever the fuck.
See, I wish Mike were here. He could tell us all about these knots.
Are you
And
keeping up?
Well, he's not.
Oh, wow.
My god! Was that with his car? Oh shit! Oh my god!
That was awesome. And leaves her to bleed out after picking up his wife's head, obviously, because the wife's head continues as his like killing.
It's his Wilson.
Yeah, it's his
Yes,
Wilson.
it is
It's super
100% his Wilson.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly what it is.
And then, like, shortly after that, he's kind of going around. Well, actually, I think it's a cut to black screen, title screen, and it says, later on, Las Vegas Strip.
Later on, the Las Vegas
Yeah,
Strip.
the mean streets.
He's
of
just
Las Vegas.
cruising around, and it gets to my favorite scene where he...
During the day, Vegas, which
Broad
gets to
fucking
some
daylight.
to some Breen elements. I have to say,
Yes.
some double down.
Yes,
is-
the Vegas Strip in the daylight. You just...
Everybody wants to see Vegas in the day.
It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
It's,
100
it's
degrees.
at its most natural, you know.
great.
That's...
Yeah. You can
it's
see all the
really showing
flyers.
off at
Yeah.
2 o'clock in
You
the
want to see
afternoon.
Vegas in the wild? Go during a Tuesday afternoon.
This isn't
So he-
Hollywood Vegas, guys. This is real Vegas.
This is real Vegas. This is
real
yeah.
Vegas. I'm getting down to real Vegas here.
So he walks into. Well, first there's like several protracted shots of him in front of various fountains. And
Oh yeah.
there's no dialogue or anything. He's just standing.
snooping around.
The director's just like, all right, production value. Like they just find a
Yeah.
thing, and they're like, all right, stand next to this thing, look pissed, and then
Yeah,
like,
there's-
all right, we're gonna do the reverse of that.
There's
Yeah.
some fun music when he's driving around. We made note of, but the audio, whether that's this being the 3,000th copy in a line of VHSs, or if it's just the.
You think there are
air conditioning
3,000
and-
copies of this? I'm just.
Fair point.
I don't know.
Maybe digital copies at this point. That's
I sure hope so.
yeah,
that's
They're laying
that's
next-
the very top ceiling, and this is the last one that we watched.
yeah.
But yeah, the sound is fucking atrocious. through this
We
movie.
talked about, does the sound add, or in the video quality, add to the creepiness of this movie?
Yeah,
I think
to
so.
some point.
I think so.
Oh yeah, I would recommend y'all watch this on YouTube.
Right. It doesn't
And then
seem like a
over a
found
Zoom
footage
call.
film, but
If you can find this on VHS, I recommend it. I bet it's like $1,000 or something. It's like a
yeah,
really hard to find thing.
yeah.
It feels like you're committing a crime by watching it, though. Like it feels
It kinda
like
does.
you're just like
Yeah.
It's got
I
that
didn't
dirty
get that,
vibe.
It
It
does.
has
It
that
does have some
dirty
live
vibe.
leak. Yeah.
But it's a little too silly to make me like think that this is like something I've found that's like naughty.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a snuff film, but
right. That's what it. Typically, when I say like I feel like I found something like I shouldn't have, that's what it is. But it's definitely like that child sense of like when you sneak into the back room of the video rental store or something.
Yeah. To me, this felt like a movie that somebody made and then realized we shouldn't release this. And then somebody found their VHS in a box and put it on the internet. And
like a box you found in the woods.
Like we're watching something that shouldn't be watched.
Well, it's if someone had come up to me like halfway through this movie and said like, "Hey, yeah, this is the part where he actually kills her accidentally on set." Like this happens. Like the whole movie is kind of campy already, but that last half is like all in that one room or that one house with a couple of rooms. Like I'd believe that. That's the kind of eeriness that I feel watching this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. And the nudity came out of nowhere. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Adam,
the nudity was always very abrupt.
Yes.
The nudity was very abrupt, as was the violence. But yeah, so like I was saying, like my favorite part, he's walking through Vegas or whatever, and he decides this whole sequence, by the way, is maybe 20 seconds. He's going to he walks into a bar. 20. Yeah, he walks into a bar. The bartender is not facing him, and he just goes, "Hey, bartender!"
Yeah.
Bartender turns around. He goes, "Give me a drink and one for this bitch too." And he holds up his wife's severed head.
Yeah.
The bartender is like obviously surprised. He shoots the bartender in the head.
Yep.
Then he turns around and he says to his wife, "Yeah, you're right, baby. This place is too loud." And then leaves. That's it.
Look at Ruth. This bar looks empty.
Wait, do you take her head into the bar?
Hey, bartender. Yeah. Give me a drink and give this bitch one too. This place is too noisy.
Fantastic. That is an amazing little sequence. Yeah.
It doesn't need to exist, but I'm so fucking glad it does.
Every decision about it is fantastic.
It has the rhythm of a Tommy Wiseau, but the energy of like a Nick Cage.
Oh yeah, it's like that scene in the room where he walks in. He's like, "Hey,
hey, doggy,"
or whatever. "Hey, doggy," right? But
like, except, "Oh, Johnny, I didn't see you."
Except, imagine Tommy Wiseau pulls out a head and then murders the woman at the desk.
yeah. Instead of "Hey, doggy," it's "Hey, bitch." You know, just like.
I think he would still say "Hey, doggy" first.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, doggy.
Hey, doggy.
This pet store is too loud.
Yeah.
That clip really was so good. We should probably roll that back and play it again.
It's good, yeah.
Second time.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and roll it back.
Hey,
yeah.
Bartender, yeah. Give me a drink and give this bitch one too.
Man, yeah, like that's just
that's like really good.
It's
every
so
time.
Fucking good.
Every
time.
So
good. So yeah, then after that he kind of like, I don't really know if he's doing anything in particular. He's just kind of slinking around looking for targets.
Does he kill anyone else before he gets to the house?
He kills, well, yeah, because he's like, as he's sneaking around, there's that guy that spots him.
Oh, he kills a guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait, you skipped. Okay.
Yeah, the maybe the funniest part of the movie is him slinking around outside the house. We've established that he's a giant, awkward-looking human being. Yeah. If you're on the audio version of this, just trust us.
We beg you, go find it.
Yeah, go find the YouTube of.
It looks like
right now
he's like 7 feet tall and has the highest butt I've ever seen.
He's his
waist is 4'5". Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's one scene where he's like walking down a sidewalk and his waist is at another man's shoulders.
Oh, yeah. And the guy turns around like, "God damn."
Yeah, he's like, "That's a big man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine if Three's Company starred Slenderman, like with the 70s hair, but he's gangly and like Danny Tanner kind of running around.
Yeah, he's got the 80s pleats, like like not like form-fitting pants.
Mhm.
So he looks very bizarre. But anyway, imagine this man trying to hide
in broad daylight.
In broad daylight, in common like yard fixtures, like
It's
He's
just like
hiding-
an apartment courtyard, and there's like 3 trees, and it's like 100-yard football.
And he's
Yeah,
dressed in
he's
business casual. Like he's
Oh yeah, he's
Right,
dressed
yeah.
nice. I think he's wearing a watch most of the movie.
He didn't need to slink around the way he was dressed. He's
No.
not dressed suspiciously, but he's hiding like he's in an alley, but he's in the side of a house on
He's-
from like a
He's
busy
acting
street.
like fucking Batman, and he's
Yeah.
he's just a guy in a white shirt and pleats.
Yeah.
The opening
Pleated
to that
pants.
sequence of him like jumping through those 2 bushes to reveal.
Oh, that was
Yes,
the best.
that
Yeah.
was fucking
It was
amazing.
so good.
Tire or something.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm hiding between these 2 bushes.
Yeah, like a college apartment complex.
Because he's standing in between 2 bushes like he's hiding. And you can clearly see like 70-80% of this man.
Yeah. And they cut from that part. They didn't cut from him walking in. He like started in the bush, sort of.
Yeah, they called action, and he stood there
Yeah.
for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then he jumped out of the bush.
Yeah.
I want to rewind sorry, this movie's bizarre. Just really
Yeah.
quickly, him driving before he gets to that place.
Yes.
And
yes.
the radio guy is reporting the news of someone having been murdered, which I guess to this point he's murdered his wife. He murdered the whore outside the Cece's Pizza. And maybe that's it. Oh, no, and the bartender. So the
And
guy
dude,
that pops
the
on.
cop
doesn't
who slept with his wife.
yeah, and Hot Cop 1.
So this is the best radio reporter possibly in cinema history, because he's like if you're from Houston, or I'm sure you have a rock alternative in your in your city. But this guy's reporting deaths like, there's another death today.
It's like Nick Kroll's the douche character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy Ira and the
Girls
douche.
reporting vicious murders.
Body were discovered in a Las Vegas home today. Reporters were restricted from entry due
Now
to
this is a fucking reporter on the radio.
for details.
This is
Another dead body.
Anne Berlin could never.
You're listening to 94.5 The Buzz.
It's fucking amazing. I really love that.
Yeah. I think that was that was like the producer or the writer.
Yeah, and
Or-
then
It was one of them. It was one of them. I remember it said
yeah.
like announcer in the credits. I can't remember who it was though.
and then one other thing before he gets there, he
One other little interaction.
Yeah, one other little interaction before he gets to this yard where he's hiding in bushes where you can clearly see him. Is someone? I guess he cut someone off in traffic,
Yeah.
and the guy
yeah.
pulls up next to him and is very mad and flips
And
him
he's
off.
like this.
And
He's like, "Hey, you're a
Yeah.
fucking asshole," or something
yeah,
like that.
he flips him off and holds it there.
He's
in
holding
his
it just
door,
so-
like,
oh.
"Hey, you're a
You-
terrible driver."
Stupid.
And then this man pulls a 6-shooter out and
Very
blows his-
leisurely.
blows his finger
Yeah.
off, which is an impressive shot.
And it goes, "Bah!" Like
even from only like 10 feet away. That's a really difficult shot.
it's yeah.
And he very
without
casually
without
just,
hitting
like,
him in the
lowers
face.
his
Either.
finger like it got shot off.
The guy just holding the camera.
Hey, asshole, why don't you
Yeah, it's
know how to
for sure
drive?
one over the other.
He just put his finger down. We need to emphasize like how ridiculous and long this sequence of him like hiding in the yard was. This went on for a good 5 minutes.
He hides
Yeah.
behind a tree. He hides in the window. He hides behind those
Yeah.
bushes.
He
He
just
hides-
lays down next
and
to a building and
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
and he's got this giant man has the agility of a baby giraffe.
I wish he was doing more, even. But yeah, at some point it seems like, is he laying down on like a little garden bed?
He's laying
It's
down.
like on his hands and knees.
Yeah, and it's
peeking around
facing
the
a street.
garden
It's
bed.
not. it's not hiding anywhere.
And he
He's
acts like
just-
he lost his
Oh yeah,
contacts.
and you're talking that
Yeah.
part where he's like on a concrete wall, which is like, is the freeway
Right, yeah.
there? It's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's just like leaning up against it, like
Yeah.
getting real
you're the
still.
most obvious thing ever to ever exist.
He
And
thinks
then,
he's
yeah.
a chameleon and he's just blending in to the surrounding. That's
Yeah.
what he hides like. He's like, all right, turn whiter. Like he really looks like he believes it.
So he's
Oh,
doing all
yeah,
this
he
stuff.
Did, he did the same thing in the bathtub at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he totally.
If I stay real still, he'll think I'm just part of the
These are
flood.
definitely not my arms. Like, either way,
God, this guy's a genius. I love this murderer.
like,
I wish
what's more of an incognito move?
Ace Ventura? It feels
Yeah.
like it's like very broad.
Brilliant.
Oh man,
But anyway, yeah, he's out. Ultimately, we find out he's outside of this house, where inside the house is a baby shower happening for an oil wrestler.
Is that what it is?
oh,
Yeah.
it's
It's
got to
Bunch
be.
of
definitely a baby
bikinis
shower.
that
pregnant.
they give out.
Yeah, it is lingerie though. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, but it's like baby lingerie.
Is it?
Not lingerie for babies.
That's-
No,
Let's
okay.
be clear.
Thank you for the clarification.
Just want to
Well,
make,
you know,
make
like,
it clear, guys,
okay,
that babies are sexy
pregnancy.
enough as it
Yeah,
is.
yeah
It's
Joey,
like
we're gonna have you say
maternity
that.
lingerie.
We're gonna take it from where you,
No,
when
I'm
you
not
said that
cutting
joke.
that. I'm not
one more time.
I'm not cutting that at all. Baby lingerie, you know what I mean? For pregnant
You know.
pregnant women.
Yeah, you know.
Baby lingerie.
The only baby that they show in this movie doesn't even put on the lingerie.
Hey, let's not
Spoil.
that.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, we were just talking about the baby.
Okay.
To be
so
fair, we were talking about how hot she was, so maybe it was lingerie.
God. So yeah, do you want to talk about how
I
the
think Adam
scenes are
should take
directed?
Well, she was hot, so I don't even know. Like
No, this
This movie was 360p. I don't know who was.
what?
At
360
best.
Yeah, that was the best. It was either
The
360 or
frame-
240.
240 or 360.
Oh, okay.
This is very low quality.
Yeah, and the tint of the movie kept
Oh,
changing as
man.
we were watching, and the saturation and tint. Saturation
I think
very
it's
low
called color
on the
temperature.
YouTube version.
Yeah.
I don't know what all was going on. Anyway, yeah, these women are having a baby shower, but they're, attractive oil wrestlers. A part of it's mentioned via a very clever bumper sticker earlier that the existence is just kind of introducing you slowly to the existence of blow, which is what exactly?
Beautiful ladies
Beautiful
oil
ladies of-
wrestling.
Which I assume we all assume is a reference to Glow, which we all know from the Netflix series now. But yeah, they're having a party, and the direction I'm pretty sure is wide camera, tight camera, wandering. You guys just act like you're having a baby shower for a while, right? So they're just
No, they've never had a tight camera. That wide camera
Yeah, I
just
think
kept
it was wide
panning
mostly.
back and forth across
Okay,
the
yeah.
room.
maybe there's wide. I don't
It was
know.
wide with a servo zoom. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
Because we kept thinking he was going to walk in the door every time it panned. It was just the longest shot.
Yeah. Zoom in.
Yes.
Zoom out.
You knew he was outside snooping around, and they keep kind of like panning towards the door and then panning back, and you're like, "Well, is this happening or what's going on?"
Yeah. And the one time they walk up to the window, they do that stupid thing where she goes up to the camera and it's like this. Like, oh, I guess he's not there anymore. Like, yeah.
It takes a long time. They go upstairs, they change into
Yeah.
bikinis, they come back downstairs, they watch like a tape from like their oil wrestling,
Yeah.
like the last show they did.
I
It was
think
just
they had all
fucking
this.
terrible.
Yeah.
They make fun of how
Which-
shitty the pregnant girl looks.
They do make fun of her hair.
She walks out of
Oh,
the room
yeah.
and they just like,
She always wants her milk. She wants everything, you know?
What happened to her hair?
Give me this, give me that.
What happened to her hair? She used to fix it up all the time. Now it's just like a stringy mess.
just mock her
Kind of
relentlessly.
shitty friends. But regardless, yeah, it takes about, I don't know, what is it, like 6-7 minutes just to
Yeah.
Everyone
at least.
stop. We're going to watch this oil wrestling scene that we shot at VFW Hall in Oklahoma. Or some shit. I don't know. It's really weird.
I think that scene was so long just to compensate for how long the sneaking around was.
Yeah.
It had to meet the sneaking around.
He's building a particular kind of pace here.
Yeah.
It would have worked. It wouldn't have worked. It would have worked better if they had just cut back between the two things more frequently.
Yeah.
Instead of showing.
Yeah, if
5
they
or
had
10
like a
minutes of him
competent
running
editor
around.
on this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Or a script on that part. There wasn't.
Yeah,
a
true.
There's
script.
not a lot of scripting.
There were like 2 actresses maybe, and then 2 people who definitely didn't want to be there.
Hey, there.
Like that hug she gives was like this.
And they definitely just made them ad lib the entire thing.
Yeah.
People with
Yeah.
no experience.
It's real Apatow style. Really well done.
There is an editor on this movie. That's not David Schwartz. It's
Is it his
Lisa D.
nephew?
Courtney. It's a woman.
Oh wow.
What else has she done?
Right.
Nothing.
I'm not
Nothing.
gonna look it up.
This is her only credit.
This is a VHS to VHS edit.
This was the beginning and end of her career. So
as a video editor. Yes.
So it wasn't Thelma Schoonmaker, you're saying? Like,
right.
ah.
So eventually our hero, Sam, makes it into the house.
After beheading a guy in the flower bed.
After,
that's right.
after bashing his head open with a flat shovel.
He's gonna just shoot him.
Did they stab him?
Yeah. He hit him in the face with it.
I like how they
Breathing.
purposely made him look like he was gonna do something to him. And then when he gets there, he's like, I can't find my pennies.
Oh.
That's why they did the wig, because they did the effect first and it just looked so bad.
Clean off. That's where Conan O'Brien met Andy Richter outside.
Some guy sees that he's snooping around, and then he cuts off his head, and then then we're inside. Yeah, then he. Oh wait, no, there's the pizza guy.
Oh, the pizza guy.
Oh, the pizza guy.
We wish the pizza guy came back.
Yeah, so
he's probably the smartest one in the whole movie.
Interesting person.
He's this man who looks like the berries and cream Skittles Starburst guy.
Has a haircut that's Rosanna Dana.
Yeah.
It's like
and
this
he comes
shape?
in and delivers a pizza, and he says, "Oh, sorry, I only have the one.
Yeah.
I left the other one in my car. I'll go back and get it." The pizza is clearly
car. Do you think he killed him and they cut? That's the 10 minutes we're missing. He
It
killed
could
the pizza
be.
guy.
But the pizza is, it's not in a box. It's in a, it's in.
It maybe was once a box.
It's a piece
But
of
it's like-
cardboard that's folded in half.
Right.
Yeah, it was
God.
something else. They used it as a pizza box.
And then there's this scene of these women just housing this pizza.
Oh my God, yeah.
They are so hungry for this pizza.
Big
They
bites.
finish it very quickly.
So it's the scene of these women just housing this pizza.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this scene exists.
It's to tell us that they were waiting on the second pizza still because they said that.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
guess
the
so.
only thing that happened.
So that's why they open the door, maybe?
doesn't
And they're
need to
they're
be
like
there.
sopping up the sauce and everything. Like they're really
yeah, like that one woman is
pizza.
picking up the sausages off the piece of
Yeah.
cardboard and eating them.
Yeah, you could have just had the
one.
one pizza expectation, but then they made it a second pizza
Yeah.
expectation to show these women eating. Maybe you just like watching
Yeah.
women eat, or maybe
'Cause
you
then-
liked weird folded cardboard boxes. I don't know.
Well, the next thing wasn't even a pizza guy; it was a Jehovah's Witness, right? And then, and then there was the cop.
No,
and
Jehovah's
then there
Witness
was-
was. Yeah, you're right.
Well, the
guy with
Jehovah's
bat
Witness
came
was
in
after
first.
Sam was in the house.
Who's Sam?
Okay.
Sam
oh
is
yeah,
the,
yeah.
is the
I'm-
murderer.
Yeah. God, is
You know,
that
I
what that
apologize.
was?
I'm jumping
Yeah.
ahead, guys. Yeah, they made a joke about it.
Who's Sam?
God.
Sam is the murderer.
Sam is the weird looking murderer guy that hides in bushes.
Because the only point of that scene was his head came off.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Damn Jehovah's Witnesses."
Yeah.
And that's like, it's because that was the director making a cameo or something. It was like,
yeah.
Get it? Yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
jumping ahead again. Sorry.
No, it's hard to keep this movie straight, honestly.
You're really getting ahead of yourself.
Every choice is interesting and fun. Like the pizza, and then we ordered a second pizza.
Where the fuck is the pizza?
And then that's how the murderer gets into the house.
Yeah.
And then he immediately he like tries to tie them up.
Ties them all up together.
Yeah.
Immediately realizes that that's not going to work. Then ties them up independently with 2 ropes, even though there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
Goes really well.
He gets a helper. Someone helps him.
He gets a helper, and then he just takes them one by one into his kill room.
Yeah.
And kills them in different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The highlight, obviously.
Yes.
Shit.
Is the pregnant woman that he eventually takes in, which I think I have seen this kill scene in 100 Best Kills from the Alamo Draft House, but I don't think they do that anymore, and I think it's probably been a long time since they've done it. I'm probably talking like 12, 13 more years ago.
She looks like
Beauty
a
mark.
oil.
Something I have to tell you.
The pregnant woman?
Yeah, or like Gale the snail man.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I guess he lost it just now. Okay.
Do it. Rip it out.
Now she's dead.
There's dead eye.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Hey, maybe it was a fake stomach.
Yeah. Wow. Oh.
It's just such low quality. I mean, it's pretty good looking, regardless.
Yeah. He has hands in there.
Oh my god.
Eat it.
Wow.
Holy shit. He gives her the good old fillet of fish and then peels her belly back and pulls I guess her dead baby out of her belly and flings it against the wall.
No, he raises it up first. He
definitely
he's to the rafters, baby.
He Simbas it.
Fetus.
Right, one-handed.
Gets that full Lion King action, and then he fucking chucks it like a dodgeball at the wall with the umbilical cord still attached, and it just splatters on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a wild moment.
Yep.
But it looks pretty good. I was like,
It
wow.
does, honestly.
Yeah, it's almost unbelievable when they
like-
start like pulling her stomach apart and stuff. He's like,
Yeah,
he's being
'cause-
careful with it. He's like, we got one take to do this.
Kudos to Lisa D. Coatney for this edit and the direction, obviously.
Oh,
It works kind of well.
Rest in peace, the FX guy who built
Craig
that prosthetics.
Was that the guy who
was
worked
he
on the movie?
Did he work on the movie?
At
Well,
the,
it said-
at
it
the
said-
very end of the movie, they credit or they give a shout out to.
Oh, maybe
somebody
he just
died.
worked on American Revenge. Maybe that's what he.
Maybe.
I mean,
so.
it said it was. He said he was an FX guy. I don't know if it's maybe he wasn't the FX guy on this.
I don't know.
I just assumed that he did it and then died before they released it.
You might be right. Yeah, a lot of good work from like a handful of people on this movie for that scene. Honestly, I mean, it's fucked up. It's like a really dirty idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's only been done a handful of times that I can think of in other movies, but it's a bold choice in this movie. You can kind of in this kind of tone. It's you can kind of pull it off, but it looks great.
Yeah,
for what it is. Like, it's disturbing looking. It's not like clearly fake, but also we watched this on like the 240p or whatever. So who knows?
It's honestly the pacing in between, because some of the effects, like that really is a moment, like when the baby and he chucks it at the wall, like
it's wild.
It's insane, but it's all the pacing in between of like he's got to carry her through the door, and he's really careful with her head, and like even though he's about to slice her open or whatever.
Well, I guess he's he's psychotic, obviously, so he's having imaginings that it's his wife and everything.
But
then not, and then he is. He's treating her well, and plus it's, I think, pretty sure a real pregnant woman. So he's got to be careful. So he's actually being careful as an actor, which is nice to see. What they do to her in the context of the movie. Pretty good.
And then from there, he methodically murders the rest of the members of this baby shower.
Right. Yeah.
He kills one with a claw hammer. He kills one with a drill to the skull.
We're gonna drill her.
Oh,
y'all hear the music?
That's actually a pretty good drill effect.
I mean, I don't think there was much to it, but yeah, mostly editing. But was he in his underwear for that moment?
No, he was not.
No, and then he shot 2 of them. One was off camera.
Yeah. I do like the impulse kills better in this than the other ones, because he's just like, God damn it, and he just shoots. Oh, we forgot to talk about the kid we thought was gonna die, like that 4-year-old that talked shit to him.
Oh yeah, and he's just like, get out of here, get out of here,
scram,
get out of here.
He said, I think he said, can't you see the grown-ups are talking? And he turns back to his wife's head.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I think that's what he said.
After the kid runs off, it cuts back and you see that his wife's head's sitting in the passenger seat. And it's pretty, it's a good moment. That's a good moment, God, there's a lot of fun stuff. It kind of loses steam a little bit on the back end with the murders. They're still fun, though. You're still like interested in where they're going.
Well, the drill was really well done.
The drill is really edited well.
Even the hammer, the hammer that was in, it looks like one of those cakes that you're like, that can't be a cake.
That didn't quite have the tension you want, but you don't really want. You're not really asking this movie to have a lot of like good tension like that. It's just like suddenly there's a hammer in this woman's like gut, and you're like,
Well, that's why I thought the director was the actor, because he just seemed so involved in that character.
Oh,
right. He's like really going all in.
That was.
You guys were saying that early on, and I was like, I disagree. This guy feels a little bit out of place at times, early on.
Yeah,
but that very well could have been like the first scene they shot, and then this guy really gets into it at some point. He's good.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, he is. He definitely like is unhinged, and like physically he's built in a way that's like
oh man, they're like this guy
and
what he opens the movie and he's saying like yes
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 It opened in a very like, what was it,
Pee Wee Herman suit.
The vampire's kiss scene with Nicolas Cage sitting at the desk. Like it felt like the same office. And he was doing a very weird Nicolas Cage kind of.
What year is Vampire's Kiss? Like 1990 or 91?
It's close to that, yeah.
Maybe it's 88 or 89. It could have been. Yeah, it could have. This guy could have seen that movie, possibly. Doubtful, but I don't. That's a great movie too. God, I love that. I love fucking Vampire's Kiss. It's so weird. But no, this guy's good. He kills a bunch of fucking people, and
and then it ends with there's a hot cop that shows up. We don't really know why. Because that one woman called the cops before he killed her.
Mm-hmm.
So she calls the cops.
Yeah.
Hot cop shows up, not in uniform.
After he kills a Jehovah's Witness,
he just
at the door. So like, even if a cop was just walking by, there's a dead body on the porch. Yeah. So and it's trembling still.
Anyone home? Is this the delivery guy?
Please.
Yes. I don't think it is.
Oh, his head, did it pop off?
It made that sound that heads make when they pop off.
My wife used to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah Witness at 11 o'clock at night.
He's very like John McClane'd out, but like Reno 911 John McClane.
He was
like, so
on
like
his way to the club when he got this.
Yeah. Can you be undercover if your holster's on the outside of your tank top? Like
he's got a bandana wrapped around his knee
until it's not, you know.
I guess so. I just couldn't put it together. I was like, he's obviously not on duty right now, but what is he doing? Like,
I mean,
and he's real stealthy with everything.
Right.
He
almost flipped around
stealthy.
as much as the dude did earlier in the movie.
Yeah. So this guy is wearing skin tight tank top and skin tight jeans, and he's like letting you look at his like, body.
Yeah.
Every angle is designed. To,
every angle is like
his
look
tight
at his
jeans.
Ass.
He props
Profile.
that.
And,
ass
hey, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's got a great
he's
ass.
He's in the best shape
nice.
at anybody in the movie.
He's in the best shape of his life, probably, for this film.
He is popping it.
So yeah, he has that as an animal for his like life. I hope he's still alive and can watch this movie.
Well, he wasn't gangly enough.
Look what I was like. No, I mean he's the good guy. I guess you don't know who he is. He just
there's
shows
no
up.
hero
he
of
has
this movie.
no dialogue or anything. But he stops him though, right? Or does he die?
No,
he dies.
Don't you remember?
I can't remember. Does he die?
Yeah.
The super secret.
God, yeah, you think
So
he's
he
gonna
goes-
save the day, and then
Yeah, so he goes upstairs to where the kill room is, and he, police, whatever, and then you hear our hero, Sam, and he's like, "Oh my God, my hands are up, officer, my hands are up," and so officer
bathroom,
creeps
right?
into the bathroom.
yeah,
And
I couldn't believe I forgot about this. Jesus.
You get these like series of panning shots of like you've got a head on a shower head, and you've got body parts strewn about. You've got blood everywhere.
We think the fetus is in the toilet. So
The fetus is almost
what that
certainly in the
was.
toilet seat.
possibly.
Pretty rough.
There's an arm on top of the toilet, a foot next to the bathtub.
Basically,
And it
every
looks like
effect-
everything's covered in shit too. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's
It looks-
gross.
the
It might have
blood
been the
looks-
I don't
color.
think that's
of
on
it.
purpose.
Yeah. And the guy, Sam, is laying in the bathtub with his arms up
in
above
the
his
weirdest
head
position. It looks like
in a
it's
very odd position.
I
And he's
guess
like,
I
"My
didn't
hands
even
are
hear
up.
that. I didn't even
Officer."
hear hands up. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my hands are up. My hands are up.
Well, he's just saying my hands are up, but then when he
Right.
walks in, it looks like his hands are like nailed to the side of a
Yeah.
bathroom, but you can't really nail into tile like that, so it doesn't make a lot
Right.
of sense.
And I
It's
thought
very
he was
weird.
playing dead. He looks like he's like playing dead against the wall or whatever. Because the
Right.
cop kind of looks. The
It's-
cop looks around like, "Where did he go?"
It's
Yeah.
very awkward and like awesome.
He's laying in the tub with his hands
He's
nailed to the
lounging.
Yeah,
walls.
Kevin
Seemingly.
Nealon. Hands.
And the police officer turns to him, and then there's probably some short exchange, and then spoilers, Sam, those aren't his real arms, those are the dead people's arms nailed to the wall. He raises his arm out of the water with a pistol,
So
shoots
cool.
the cop in the head.
Oh, okay. They're up, officer. I promise.
Oh God.
Oh, we got more
fuck
toilet
happened to that
blood.
toilet?
Oh,
baby's in it.
God.
Oh, that's him. He should have just said, "Cool J." Judah.
Why is his face so fucking
Get outta here.
weird? Watching this on like whatever version of YouTube this is makes this scene more creepy, right?
So
It is
he's
so much more
blending in,
gross.
right? He's blending into the background because he
I
saw
See
him.
him?
I think that was his plan initially. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, "I'll just pretend to be dead."
Oh, those aren't even his
that
arms.
was cool.
I lied.
That was kind of cool, though.
I lied. This is kind of like House of a Thousand Corpses-ish.
The end.
But like better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Credits.
it zooms in on his face and then credits.
Fucking
And it's
credits.
just like wow.
He won.
Really, really tight sub 80-minute movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. For as bad as
Shot on
most of this
video.
movie was, they fucking nailed the ending.
Yeah.
They nailed so much of this movie.
Yeah, this is a good time.
You got to leave it open for the sequel. I was hoping there was one.
Yeah, I guess we have to go back and watch his first action film to see.
You know what I just realized? It's a literal blood bath.
Exactly. Yes, it ends in a bath of blood.
Jesus.
Yes.
It was definitely full of blood, right? Like he was floating in blood.
Yeah, he's bathing in
bodies. Yeah.
Wow.
It was right there.
Surreal.
It's just like Death Spa.
You don't get it till you watch.
Never a Death Spa.
Oh God, we need to like
hot tub full
maybe
of
we'll just
blood.
rewatch Death Spa because I want to rewatch it. We'll invite you out. We'll get everybody back, same people.
Yeah.
We'll just redo it.
In case y'all haven't seen it, we're gonna let's roll that Death Spa trailer real quick.
No. This is an episode about Las Vegas Bloodbath, okay? Movie produced or exhibited in 1989 along with Tim Burton's Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Vampire's Kiss was 88, by the way.
So he could have seen it.
Yeah.
He is fresh off.
Definitely saw it.
Kiss. He got it on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
And was watching it.
And then he made this on VHS.
He did. What else has this actor been in?
God, I hope not much.
Probably I don't think anything. So we've made our way through.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get through the plot real quick, and then we kind of just.
And we did it for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Oh, he was a production manager for Taxicab Confessions.
Oh wow.
That's cool. That fits.
And he has written 2 episodes and produced 3 episodes of, or no,
who?
18 episodes. The main character.
Oh.
He has produced 18 episodes of Oprah. Where Are They Now?
Whoa.
He's a producer of the 2007 NBA All-Star Game.
What?
Yeah.
He's a stand-in for Larry Bird. What?
So he's a TV guy. He's a TV guy
now.
Okay. I mean,
but see, I imagine him. I imagine him on the cover though. Like, where are they now?
He's
He's looking for them in the bushes.
Oprah, where are they now?
So for the bees, we've got blood, we've got boobs, we've got butts. We might have had a butthole. We're not entirely sure.
Yeah.
There was a lot of accidental
let's just
nudity.
go with butthole. We had a butthole.
Yeah.
We almost had 2 buttholes.
Yeah, we did. I think we might have had a ball sack.
Do we have a clip of that butthole?
Definitely a clip of that ball sack.
We should have had a boner, but he just couldn't.
Oh God, yeah,
yeah.
There's a scene where he's murdering someone in the manties, and
yeah,
we're like, why is he soft? He should be fucking hard at this point.
Because the camera like goes down.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times it goes down.
Yeah, multiple times. I was gonna say, you see his like little nub coming out of his balls. But I get how that happens.
Just resting on top of the balls.
Appreciate everyone wearing briefs in this, or
a
mankini, or what do you call that? Is there a better word for that?
You said Beetlejuice underwear earlier.
Yeah, he's got stripes.
Yeah.
He's got long stripes.
There's a lot of stripes.
We had some good
a lot of clashing
shots of them. They were brief, but we had some. They showed them.
Yeah,
we had blades. We had.
You're forgetting the best one.
The baby.
Baby.
Let's not forget the baby.
It's okay. It's not technically a baby.
It is a fucking baby.
Oh God!
It's the baby.
I mean, she's like 9.5 months
birthed.
pregnant.
That made it a baby.
We had a birth.
We had a forced
We had a
birth.
cesarean section.
We did have a birth.
Okay, fair. We had a birth. That's
we had a botched birth.
Botched birth.
You can't even call it a C-section. It was like a side section.
It was
absolutely a B-section. God damn it.
Her belly looked like a ham that was just cut with a deli slicer. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So she must have been pregnant, and they put the prosthetic like.
Yeah, it was a spiral cut ham.
The first cut is easy. It's just like a with like a little blood tracer, and they did it probably a couple times to get it to bleed enough.
because you see him like pulling it apart, which is
yeah. Then that cut into it is like, holy fuck, this looks pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, it might have been some of the editing, but like I don't.
Whoever
remember.
did those prosthetics built layers into the prosthetics that were amazing.
No, look, the camera shot is of him like showing the audience, like, you see this effect. It's like they really feature it. It looks good.
Yeah, they were proud of him. I guess we had
a bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
Oh yeah,
blood. We had a blood baby.
We had an actual bloodbath.
A blood baby,
which is a Nosferatu song that I'm gonna lay in there.
We had what other bees? We didn't have any boats. We didn't have any boardrooms.
It's in Vegas, so you don't get boats.
Well, what about we had a bird? Does that count?
We had a bathroom.
Oh, a bird. And blow. Yeah,
blow.
And then no one does coke, but
we had baby lingerie.
baby lingerie.
Baby lingerie.
And
we had
hiding.
bad Foley. Bush hiding.
Bush hiding, I think, can live on maybe.
Yeah, bush hiding is good.
We had a lot of bush in
happens. Bush hiding, I think maybe we'll see that again.
Bush hiding will be good.
We need to do some
no
bush hiding in our
briefcases.
next
No
movie.
briefcases. That's
no
my
briefcases.
That's my new thing. But nice to have some butthole.
Yeah,
kind of.
Butthole is rare.
Allegedly.
Alleged butthole. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we can just go ahead and rate it and then get to the shout outs.
Yeah.
Justin, how are you feeling?
You go first.
I'm going between like a 3.5 and a 4 right now.
Okay.
Like it was icky. It had some icky moments, but it was fun as hell. And that's what I always try to judge these off of. Like I can't remember the one we watched a couple weeks back, but like it was unsettling. I think I gave it like a 1 and I hated it.
Things?
No, Things was almost, I think I gave Things like a 4.5. It deserves it. Shit, I can't remember what it was, but like this is that movie if it was fun.
I'm trying to think of what we watched.
There's
that
some
was
wackiness.
like,
I don't remember.
that you gave a 1 to.
I hated it. Like it was unsettling. It
like
was
Scanners
recently?
7?
Yeah, it was like maybe a month or two ago.
Huh.
I
don't know.
remember what it was. But this was all of the things that movie was, but it was also fun. And it was weird and it had some like wacky performances by the lead. Some awesome facial expressions and just weird choices. It felt like they just let him do whatever he wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
Was it Hollywood Cop?
Hollywood Cop? That might have been it.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see.
This is nothing like that movie, but I understand why you might have given that a 1.
Or Ninja Death 2? I think I gave Ninja Death 2
Oh.
a 1.
Jeez.
It was Hollywood Cop. It was Hollywood Cop. Wait, no. Hollywood Cop's the one with the kid. The long scene with the kid and the dog. I don't know. Yeah, we'll
Hollywood
cut this
Cop
out.
has...
This is not good.
Was it chairman of the board? Was that it?
It was Hollywood Cop. There's a lot of weird like torture. Everything was really drawn
Oh yeah,
out.
because Hollywood
Yeah,
Cop
it's
had like
got that
multiple
weird
rape scenes and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But it didn't play it as funny as this.
Right.
No, that's what I'm getting at. There was a lot of like snuff and icky vibes about this movie, but it was fun and like it wasn't.
It doesn't ever
that's
take
not fun.
itself too seriously.
There was a wacky nature
Yeah.
to it that
Yeah.
that's what you look for in good trash films.
So are you giving it 3.5 or 4?
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
Ballsy.
I mean, the baby getting thrown against the wall is what put it up that extra half bag.
All right. JD?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 too. Solid 4.
Solid 4.
Yeah, not a. I don't know. It
Rock solid.
4 babies against the wall. That's what that is. Bam, 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 bam. Man, it was just, it had me on the edge of my seat, you know, for many reasons. I was like, what is he doing? Why is he hiding there? You know, it was really fun. And it's a lot of fun. I do recommend this film for people to watch with their friends because it was a lot of fun. I was wondering how he was going to kill everybody. He was like, this knife's too skinny, this knife's too fat, and then this hammer will do. And like all that stuff, it was like, it had some room qualities to it, I feel. Yeah. And especially the bartender shit. God, just, I love energy like that. I love when someone's just so angry for no reason. Like when he was angry at that guy, he's like, "Go fuck yourself! I'm gonna shoot your middle finger off." Like it's like, yeah, great, awesome. Like just all that impulse that he had, all that energy was really great. The house, the stuff at the end. That's why it doesn't get like a 5 because it was just sort of, I don't know. The pacing was so long toward the end.
It really dragged on.
You know, it dragged, but then every time you saw a severed head or something, you're like, oh, cool, that was great. And I think they used the same severed head for Andy Richter as they do for the guy, the Jehovah's Witness that falls through the door. Because he's kicking his head. We didn't talk about, his head is like Gallagher's, you know, melon, and just like, he doesn't just go, oh no, my contacts, and then kills this guy. He like kicks his head in. And then his head is not just squished, it's like his neck is cleanly cut, and I'm pretty sure that's the same guy that they had in the doorway. But having said that, all the effects look really great.
Oh, when you said Andy Richter, I thought you were talking about something. You were talking about wig guy. Earlier with the shovel.
The guy with the shovel who's like, who's this guy? And they go, oh, he just lost his contacts.
Gag too. I forgot about that. Like that head getting mashed in was pretty
good.
Dude,
he goes off in that. So yeah, I'd give it 4. Yeah, it was just really fun. He was just such a weird character. Like, I cannot emphasize to you guys listening like how high his butt was and tucked in. Like there's a guy who's probably like 5'8", 9", like normal size, but his literally at his shoulder. Like it's pretty amazing. So there's just so many weird things like that made it like the amount of fun that a 4 gets. Like Scanner Cop was great, but I felt like I waited a lot longer in that movie to get to something.
It's like somebody gave him a wedgie from the front and pulled his front side down so far and just yanked it underneath his taint and all the way up the back and just strapped it to the back of his head.
Yeah, he's got a long front.
He's got Mr. Mackey vibes. Like
he's just a long person.
Yeah.
Long front, tight butt. Daddy keeps it tight.
Wow.
So we've got 4 bags from JP, 4 bags from JD. Joey, how many bags? I think I know what you're going to give it because it's what I've given it, but go ahead.
Okay, I just want to read something from the plot of Wikipedia, and might take a minute, but I'm going to go. This is what this movie says from Wikipedia. After a successful business deal in Sacramento, Sam Butler returns to his Las Vegas home and stumbles upon his pregnant wife, Ruth. Did not know she was pregnant.
Right.
In bed with a sheriff's deputy. Whipped into a homicidal rage, Sam grabs the deputy's discarded gun and uses it to shoot him and Ruth. After cutting Ruth's head off, Sam leaves the house with it and picks up a prostitute named Tina. Taking Tina to the back of a motel, not a CC's Pizza, Sam ties her up and stabs her in the jaw, then rips one of her legs off by tying it up to the back of his car. Sam proceeds to shoot a bartender in the head and follow a car advertising the Beauty Lady oil wrestlers to an apartment complex where he uses a shovel to crush the head of a gardener. Inside the apartment, the oil wrestlers are holding a baby shower for one of their members, Barbara, who is the first to be killed. Then Sam breaks in, having her unborn child cut out of her after Sam unsuccessfully attempts to rape her. Sam goes on to murder the other 5 wrestlers as well as a man who tries to come into their aid with various weapons, including a knife, a drill, a hammer, a gun, and his bare hands, topping the massacre off by beheading a visiting Jehovah's Witness. This is a 5.
Thank you.
This is a fucking 5. This is pure fucking joy. This is why I want to watch these movies. This
Adding that
is
description,
unreal. Yeah, it's nonstop weird shit. Yes, there's maybe a couple of slow moments, but I do not give a fuck because it gets to something else that's even weirder. Like a few seconds.
It's
later.
always weirder than you think.
It's just it's. I'm so glad we watched this. I can't believe this has been on my list, like pretty high up, and I just have glazed over it for I don't know however long. I've had this list going for well beyond this podcast, so yeah, we've been skipping this one for way too long. I need to watch David Schwartz's other movie. I'm into this guy. I love this movie. I love it.
I bet we could get him on the podcast.
I mean, he might be dead.
Oh man,
but
He might, if he's still around.
we should get the baby on the podcast.
Oh God,
Like,
I'm giving this
like?
5 bags full of 20 dead baby fetuses. Each.
5 bags full of babies.
You did text me today, and you said I got a nasty one for you.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't know it was going to be
Didn't
so
know.
fun though. I thought it was going to be literally like kind of grotesque or something from the descriptions I read.
Because they have to be fun, or just be so sad. Like,
Yeah,
even
well, I thought it was going to be a little bit off-putting, but this.
even the
great.
baby scene was a little sad. I was like, all right, okay.
A little,
but you know,
not too much.
But then, like, he's like one-handed.
I'm glad you wore your birth movie's death shirt.
I know, man. It only says birth, so I've been feeling kind of weird
Oh
sitting
man,
there.
I miss birth movies death.
Just birth.
I always told myself like I was gonna buy that shirt, and I just kept putting it off and putting it off.
I
and
know you
now
can't get it.
It's a great shirt, man. It really is.
It feels
now
really
it just
good
says
on
birth
me.
movies.
Well,
it's good
you know,
fabric.
You'll
It's-
never die based on the crop. Of that.
Right. As long as I keep making movies.
All right, what you got, Adam?
Yeah, probably no surprise, but to quote Patrick Swayze from Ghost, ditto. Everything Joey just said.
Nice.
That's 100% what I was thinking. I'm like, look, this is a 5. This is why I watch these movies. Like, when I think of trash movies, this is the pinnacle of trash. Like,
got
it's
everything.
it
If there was
has.
a butterfly knife, it would just be a fucking 7 or 8. I don't know.
If it had a butterfly knife, I would doubt that it actually existed in this world. I would
Holy
be like, no,
shit.
Joey made
It's
this
too
movie one
perfect.
weekend
If he popped
to
out
like.
a butterfly knife to pull that baby out, oh my
Oh my god.
That should have been the
God.
last tool, because he was like,
just
this
like
hammer,
30
no,
seconds
this
of him
knife.
doing butterfly
That's
knife
just
skills.
yeah.
and
That's
then-
pure fucking cocaine on top of a cake.
Yeah,
In the
like,
Speedo, though, too.
Oh my
In
god.
the mankini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's way over a 5 though.
That's
we're
the
talking.
sequel.
That's Breen numbers there, which we
Yeah.
have a whole
Yeah.
other system.
Yeah.
for
That's
It's-
why I gave it.
It's really
that's-
braining on that.
I gave it a
edge.
4.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I agree
I'm
with
glad
you
guys are high on it, though. Everybody was
Yeah.
high on this movie.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
this
this
is the
movie-
highest rated movie beyond a
Pretty
brain
great.
movie we've ever done. Frankly,
like I'm so tired right now,
Yeah.
and I have such an early morning tomorrow, and all I
Oh,
want to
me
do is
too, man.
rewatch this fucking movie right now. Like,
Yeah,
just-
I'm really glad we didn't
totally
bail on
would.
tonight. Like we stuck it out. This is
I-
fucking cool.
It was great.
I hate that I picked a short movie and we talked about it double long.
No, it's perfect. We've talked about this movie for longer than the movie is,
Holy shit! It's almost
Yeah,
2 o'clock.
probably.
Yeah.
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 and that's a testament to how fucking good this movie is.
It really is.
This is a 5. This
It
is
has
a
everything.
solid 5.
Yeah, I'm really into it. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that brings the average to 4.5 bags for
Ooh.
this crew.
Fantastic.
That's fucking great. I
Do we
mean,
wanna
the only
venture to
time we've
see
come
what-
close to that is a Neil Breen thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking
Way to go,
amazing.
David Schwartz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
What do y'all
Holy
think
shit.
Apocalypse would have given it?
You know what?
He's got a weird thing about babies, so I don't know. Maybe not as high.
Mm.
Depends
And
on
he
how.
he probably would have judged the knot tying in this movie in like a weird way.
Oh man,
I
they
think he
did
would've
take
given it a 3.5.
forever.
I think he would have gone 3.5.
Yeah. I think there was
like
enough fun stuff to offset the things that he would have hated that would have given him a middle of the road vote.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, are we going to vote on what he would have voted and see what he does next episode? Give it a clip. Yeah, man. It's just so funny because it had like they had those like really gross out moments with the special effects, but then when he's getting that girl to tie up the other 6 girls with one little piece of rope, it's like he's just yelling at him. It's like, get it, tie it closer, get over there and do it. Just it's like a dad yelling at kids in the back seat. So it has that's why it's so
wrench.
Fun. Yeah.
It's
a butterfly knife. No.
It just keeps.
No, that's a vice grip.
Like we were talking, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." There wasn't not that much that happens before, but then we started mentioning little things, and I was like, "There is actually like a bunch of fucking stuff that happens kind of in the middle before he gets to the house."
Yeah,
just little stuff, but it's all very weird and great. I mean, fucking yeah.
It's a work of art.
Yeah,
it really is a work of art.
It's just pure trash. It's great.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
So I guess before we
trash.
sign off, JD, is there anything that you want to promote? Anything you want to plug?
Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm glad I didn't miss this one, man. I'm still just reeling over it, but row7films.com for any updates. We have Bowl Cuts is coming back April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. It's on a Friday.
Really doing that. That's not a joke.
Really doing it. Yeah. I mean, so far.
Oh shit!
That's my out.
This month's Bowl Cuts already happened last week, didn't it?
Yeah, last Tuesday.
I missed it.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. I debuted Jim Adler. He busted through a wall of bricks. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh wow!
So yeah, that's the kind of weird shit that we have at our shows. But so yeah, April Fool's is going to be a lot of fun. Like celebrate the holiday with us. I don't know if people do
the holiday,
but yeah, take off work, day drink.
You lied to loved ones about something all day and tried to get away with it. Come celebrate.
Yeah,
that's good.
So and that's really it. Row 7 Films on Instagram, and yeah,
awesome. Well, yeah, we were glad to have you. We love having you on. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
For those of y'all listening, give us a follow. Trash Movie Kings, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Shoot us an email, trashmoviekings@gmail.com. That's the Trash Movie Kings podcast. That is, what the fuck is this called? Las Vegas Bloodbath, 1989.
Las Vegas Bloodbath.
Baby
David
Bloodbath.
Schwartz, directed.
Oh my god.
Love your babies and hold them close.
By David Schwartz. Edited by Lisa D.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Rest in peace, Craig Sadler, guys.
Las Vegas Bloodbath. Trash Movie Kings podcast. I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, JD. We'll see you next time.